Welcome to Whippoorwill Holler. I'm Miss Lori and this is Mr. Brown. We live in the hills of Arkansas. We love the Lord. Keepers of the old way, but accept some of the new. We love to cook and we love to eat. We love to garden. It's in our blood. It's how we stay sustainable and fill our pantry. We do a lot of canning and preserving. We live a sustainable life. We love our family. We work hard. And every once in a while, we like to dance. So y'all join us. We're going to be doing something just for fun. And this will be once a month. Because what I've done, now I'm not affiliated with this company, nor do they sponsor me or sponsor them. It's just a company that I found out about. Now I love trying different foods. And I know Mr. Brown does too. But this is called Universal Yums. And you subscribe to it and you can do different boxes, the price boxes that you want, how much you want in each box. And I'll put the link down below in case you just want to have a little bit of fun, just like we are with it. We're not going to be trying all these snacks today. We're going to do it day by day until we see which ones we like and which ones we don't. Now, the box I got this month is from Italy. So we're going to be eating snacks and different chocolates and cookies and stuff from Italy. Now, I don't know which country next month when we get our box. It could be Greece. It could be Europe. It could be just different countries. You never know which box you're going to get from month to month. I do think that you can ask for certain boxes, but I just left mine up to the company to just send me different ones each month.
You don't have a Whippoorwill Holler box?
I doubt it. I don't know if they're going to do a Whippoorwill Holler box. But anyways, so this box is from Italy. And they send you a pamphlet, and it's a really fun little pamphlet because it gives you all kinds of information about each thing that you receive in your box. And then it has trivia. It has it tells you some of the history of some of the things that you get in your box, and it's really neat. And then you even get this. It's called the Yum Scoreboard. So if we don't like something, we can give it a 0 or give it a 2 or whatever, plumb up to I guess 10. So that's kind of fun too. So we can score each thing, just see how we liked it. So each box you get will come full of goodies. It'll have some savory and it'll have some chocolate, some sweet, and it'll even come with usually one drink. And I need to put this in the refrigerator because we will be trying that too. So what we'll do each time that we try this, like I said, we're not going to do all this in one day. And so we'll pick a savory. Do you know which savory you want to start out with?
This is interesting right here.
And y'all have to bear with us on the pronunciation.
Pentusto?
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 I think the T is silent.
Pentusto.
No T. I mean, Pentusto. If y'all can say it right, please let us know.
So this is got garlic and parsley. It looks like.
Well, it tells you in the little book. It gives you. It's
basically a crouton.
Well, let me read it to you. It's actually garlic and parsley bruschetta bites. Founded in 1978 in Torino, La Mole began as a bakery specializing in certain breadsticks. The company has since grown and expanded its offerings to include a range of sweet and salty baked goods. These crispy breadsticks take inspiration from the classic Italian dish bruschetta, which is made from stale or toasted bread with a variety of toppings, including olive oil, garlic, tomatoes, cheese, and herbs. So this is a combination of garlic and parsley.
It smells wonderful. Smell that.
I can imagine. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
If you like garlic.
We need a big old pot of spaghetti or something with that.
Do I get to taste it first?
Go ahead and taste it, and then I am too. Now, we can't eat this whole bag. We may have to make us a salad tonight and eat it with it.
Really good.
Hank's going to try too.
Don't you hit the camera, Bubba. You did.
I better look and see if we're still in there. Hank, you can't have that. Hang on. Yeah.
Here. Lay down.
Yeah, be careful. Because he has a belly. He gets sick a lot. You have to be careful what you feed him. He's okay. Lay down. Well, what do you think about it, Paul? La mole pantuso. I know that's not right. But anyways.
Hillbilly's trying to talk in Italian.
I really like them. And I'm smacking like a...
That'd be wonderful with salad or spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
Be wonderful.
I think they'd really be good with a Caesar salad. I may have to fix this one tonight to eat the rest of that with. I give that a thumbs up for sure. Don't you?
That's good.
So I'm going to go down here on my Yum scoreboard. And I'm going to give it a 10. So that was our savory. And you can see you have a lot in here. So each day we'll pick one savory and one sweet. So that was really good. In fact, I need to put them in something so they don't. I don't think we could even eat that whole bag in one sitting, do you?
I might.
Okay.
Salad.
I'm going to pick a sweet.
And it wasn't super hard either.
No, it was just right. The crispiness of it was really good. I really like them. So let's pick a sweet. And you said you want a cookie.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick this one back here. This is a orange almond cookie. You hear the woodpecker. So this is what they would call their biscuit. It says it's without palm oil. It has Sicilian almonds and oranges. Orange flavor. Has orange paste, orange peel, orange sugar. So that's what it looks like. Pasticino, and I cannot pronounce anything in Italian, so they do look good. So I hope y'all like our background music of the woodpecker in the back.
Hank, you can't have nothing to eat.
They're even individually wrapped, so you don't have to keep them, you know, in anything airtight. So
Like
this is
smell first, right?
Oh my! You talk about orange. So this is orange and almond. They're soft.
Really good.
Well, I'll tell you, them Italians know what they're doing. That's absolutely delicious. I wish y'all could taste these things with us. It would be fun if y'all could subscribe and get the box and do it with us. That'd be fun. Of course, you never know what box you're going to get. But these are really delicious. So what do you think, Paul?
Really good. I really like it.
So you're going to try to talk in Italian to anybody?
No, because I can barely talk hillbilly.
Anyways, we'll be back with y'all for our next taste adventure. A big pot of white beans on the stove with lots of juice in it. You need all that juice for all that cornbread you're going to put in it. One of the biggest frugal meals that we'd have at least once a week is meatloaf. Now, this is not any fancy meatloaf. This was just your plain Jane pantry meatloaf. We never had anything extra put in it like bell peppers or different herbs or cheese or anything like that. But we did have salt and pepper, and we had onions, usually from the garden. If nothing, we had green onions for sure. We always had Worcestershire sauce, always, because we would make homemade sloppy joes and stuff like that. Small can of tomato sauce. Always had tomato sauce, whether if we canned it or bought it from the store. It was always in the pantry. And of course, an egg from the chicken coop. These are things that we already had on hand. Old-fashioned rolled oats or quick oats, whichever you kept. We always kept rolled oats. And this here is a game changer. This is ground flaxseed. I keep this in bulk and I use it in my baked goods, and it is a great binder for meatloafs and different things that you cook. And it's really good for you. So this quart jar of ground flaxseed will last me a good year. I'll throw some of it in my homemade bread and stuff like that. And it's really good to put in your meatloafs or anything that you need to bind up that you could use in place of oats or crackers. And it's pennies on the dollar for ground flaxseed. You know, meatloaf feeds a lot of people, and you don't need a lot of special ingredients for it. There's so many good recipes out there for different meatloaf recipes, like Italian meatloaf or Mexican meatloaf or just different things like that. But that's things that you got to have on hand that you had to spend extra. And we just didn't have that extra. So this was always a pantry meatloaf. And there was even times that I may not have an onion. Maybe we ran out of onions. But maybe I had onion powder in the pantry. So I could put a little bit of onion powder in it. Garlic powder if you got garlic powder. Maybe you were able to grow garlic in the garden like we always did. Cut you up some garlic. But it doesn't have to be all that special. I'm going to put a little bit more ground flaxseed in there just to bind that up a little bit. Ground flaxseed is very good for you. That's why if you add just a little bit to your bread and stuff like that, you're going to get a little bit of more fiber in your diet. And it'll last you a long, long time in the pantry. So it's about that easy. And it's about that frugal. I always make my meatloaf in a cast iron skillet like Grandma always did. Brown sugar, ketchup, and a little bit of mustard. I always had this on hand, usually. I always made sure that somehow or another I had condiments always in the pantry. So that was about a pound of meatloaf or hamburger meat, a half a cup of oats, 1 egg, salt and pepper, half an onion, and a little bit of flaxseed, oats. I said half a cup of oats, didn't I? And then we had about a half a cup of ketchup, a little bit of mustard, and put as much brown sugar in it that you'd like. And just spread that completely all over your meatloaf, and that makes it so juicy and so good. So this here is a very frugal meal. Our meatloaf, white beans and cornbread, boiled potatoes with butter, salt and pepper, and glazed carrots. And guess what's even more frugal than that? The next day, a cold meatloaf sandwich. with mayonnaise and a big old slice of onion. You're not going to get more frugal than that, and you're not going to get any better than that. This was something we always looked forward to. And of course, your cornbread. Put it in a glass of buttermilk or a glass of cold milk, and you got a whole nother meal, or even a snack, or breakfast the next day. Cornbread and milk. And who can get any more frugal than a fried egg sandwich? I've had my share of them, and I still eat them right now, at least twice a week. For breakfast, lunch, or supper. Homemade bread and a good old chicken egg out of the coop. And of course, right now it's time for squash coming off in the garden. I can make a meal out of nothing but a pan of fried squash, y'all. You're not going to get any more frugal than this either. All of our veggies coming out of the garden, whether it be peas or cabbage or potatoes or whatever, it's all frugal. And of course, homemade bread was always a staple on our table.
Okay.
Danny is in New Mexico somewhere, and we've got these rapid radios, and we want to show y'all that they actually do work.
Hello from Clayton, New Mexico, about 800 miles away from Whippoorwill Holler.
You tell them what you do, and that way they'll believe that you're you're really gone.
Well, I'm out here going prairie dog hunting again.
So he's in New Mexico again. They just got there this afternoon.
It's about 70 degrees and about a 20-mile-an-hour wind.
Anyways, we've had these rapid radios for probably a year. Wasn't sure how far they would reach. But this right here, I think he says about 800 miles. That's where he's at. So how far are you from the house?
I don't know for sure, about 800 miles. We just got here and we left about 4 o'clock this morning.
Anyways, we just want to show y'all because we're kind of in disbelief too. Wasn't for sure, but they really do. They do work and work a long ways.
About 12 and a half hours straight drive time if you didn't stop me. It takes us about 14 hours or something like that to get here.
And it's just, you buy them. Now, I don't know how much they are right now. I'm not being sponsored by them or anything else. It's like I always tell y'all, when we buy something and we really like it, we want to share it with you. But there's no monthly fee on this either. I was just explaining to him about the rapid radios. I know you need to go and eat some supper, so we're going to let you go.
All right. I'll talk to you later, bud.
Tell everybody bye. Tell everybody bye.
Bye, everybody.
That's so funny. He's really in Clayton, New Mexico. They went prairie dog hunting again. I'm a mess, y'all. I've been out in the garden. But, so he took the other radio with him. And, of course, I've been busy all day, and they've been driving all day. But I remembered he told me at some point today to turn my radio on, and if he could, he'd see if he could reach me. And it did. It worked. So they're well worth their money. And like I said, I can find a link to it, and I will put it down in my description, my information box below the video, where all of my information is. It's in the, when you look down below the videos, any of my videos, there's a description of your video. And in that description, there'll be the word more, usually. And you click on the word more, and all my stuff will come down. So I'll put the link to it in there. it was an investment, and I think there's different packages and stuff, but there's no monthly fee with it. So, anyways, we thought it was pretty neat, and we wanted to share it with you. So, from here, Northeast Arkansas, in the hills of Arkansas, we could talk to each other, and he's all the way. He just got to Clayton, New Mexico. So, isn't that pretty neat? I just want you to know that no matter how withered you look, if the other flowers took the sun away from you, if your stems are crooked from reaching to the sun and just trying to get a little bit, you still have a place at my table. If I see you and your stem is broke, you're the first one I'll help and bring in to my table. So no matter how weak you are, how bad you think you might look, maybe you're not the brightest one in the flower bed. Maybe you're not the strongest. You'll be the first one that I bring in to my table. Because you see, I don't see you weak. I don't see your bent stems. I look past that, and I still see your beauty. So you are the first ones that I'll cut, bring in, put into a beautiful vase, and place on my table. So just know that no matter what, you are still beautiful and have a place at my table. So remember to make everything that you do every day as a homemaker. Make sure you start your day with joy. Whether if it be hanging out clothes or doing the dishes or just drinking a cup of coffee. Choose joy. You'll see what a difference it makes in your everyday routines. We do make a difference. And don't ever, ever forget that. God bless everybody. We'll see y'all in a few days.